Hello everyone, welcome back. Time for some tips and tricks for everyone, especially for people new to the game. There's some things different from the other Xenoblade Chronicles. I hope you like it, everything. There will be timestamps on the description. Just one thing, this is not scripted. Unfortunately, I have work. The videos are not doing videos is not my work, so I don't have all the time in the world to prepare everything really careful, but I'll do my best to give you the best explanations, some tips. Some are kind of maybe a little bit obvious or ordinary, but there are others that are kind of useful and maybe they may have passed a little bit unnoticed from some people. So guys, let's go. For our first tip, guys, I came back to the beginning of the game because the first tip is Elma. As you remember, at the beginning of the game, you have Elma with you and only Elma. Because of the way arts classes work, at that time you are a drifter, and as you can see, at level 10, at rank 10, you will have 6 arts. That's not a lot. One of them is TP art, so and the other one is taunt. So you actually only have 3 attack arts. This green is grant physical rest up, and each time you change class, unless you already master that you can get the weapons from that class and use it in any other class. For example, you are drifter and you decide to go striker, you will start with I think only one art, raising blade, and as you can see, the next melee art that you gain is at rank 4. So at the beginning it will be kind of slow, you won't have many options, but you can control Elma. Because classes for NPCs are locked, they have a progression until rank 20. They won't change class, so you always maintain the arts you already have. Not only that, Elma is very useful, and at the beginning of the game, she may be stronger than our character for quite a bit until he starts to have some options. So, if you want a little more action and be able to do a little bit more while in combat, you can try to control Elma or Lyn after a little bit once you get to NLA. So, this is the first tip that it's the beginning of everything, is Elma, or in this case, controlling Elma. For the next tip, guys, Suids are your best friends. Through the game, they will help you to increase your power and give you very useful materials. These ones right at the beginning of the game, and some around the level 10, 15 that you find through Primordia. I think only the high level ones, like level 30s, maybe 40s, change a little bit the drops you can have, but those low level ones until less than level 20, I'm sure of it, for the ones less than level 20, they will give you materials for early augments that you can get. We'll speak about augments a little in another tip. And they can give you they can drop arms with the ranged attack up. So the higher their level, the higher the perk on the arms. For that note, Grexes that we can fight on, that you can find on the other side of Primordia, near the destination for our first mission. Those monsters over there, they give you arms with melee attack up. Let's just say if Suids are your best friends, Grexes are your bros, because the arms can help you with your build in early game to increase your melee damage or ranged attack or ranged damage depending on your build. But Suids, really, Suids are your best friends. Again, not only do they drop arms with ranged attack up, they give you materials for very useful early game augments that you can craft. But that we'll see on another tip. So, a little tip for the let's say beginning of the game. This can help with your build and increasing your damage. It's very simple. This is kinda obvious, but maybe not everyone paid attention. Imagine that you want to go Galactic Knight because of the lightsaber. You'll be doing melee damage. But if you want to start to increase your damage, before, for example, enter the route that will give you access to Galactic Knight, you can come to Strider, show skills, and at rank 7 you unlock Mighty Muscle, both melee attack by 10%. Forgetting the weapons, you need to completely master the route. For example, if you want to be able to use the longsword with any class, you need to master Duelist. But that doesn't happen for skills. Skill, you can use them as soon as you unlock it. So you can come to Strider to get a Mighty Muscle that will increase your melee attack, and then you will go for Enforcer, Blast Fencer and Galactic Knight and use the Mighty Muscle to increase your melee attack. Same thing, for example, you want to go for a Bastion Warrior to be able to use the Gatling gun. I think it's the Commando that has the same skill but for ranged attack. It's here. It's at rank 4, boosts ranged attack by 10%. So again, you could come for Commando, level up the class to rank 4 to get the ranged attack by 10%, the boosted bullets, and then you can Strider, Shield Trooper and Bastion Warrior. That's something very simple, but that may pass, people may not pay exactly attention. Another thing that you can do is once you get party members, you can take out your party members' equipment, change it around. For example, imagine that you follow the tip that I told you, that you are controlling Elma. Elma, our default armor increases ranged attack, but you want to use her as a melee attack. Once you unlock Lyn, you can take Lyn's equipment that boosts melee attack and give it to Elma, and each piece of Lyn's equipment gives melee attack, so you will gain quite a bit of power. Once you beat chapter 3, you unlock Irina. Irina has, let's just say, the upgrade of Lyn's armor. Lyn armor, I think it gives melee attack up 1. Irina's armor gives melee attack up 3. It's not much, but is an increase. So see the equipment of your teammates once you get them, once you have access to them, and see if you can change equipment. For example, like I said, you want to go for a Galactic Knight. You would use a lightsaber. That's not it. You will use the lightsaber. At chapter 3, you unlock Doug. Doug has a lightsaber that has a melee attack up 3. So, for example, you put it in your team, you take his lightsaber and you use it yourself, and you have, let's say, a free lightsaber that has melee attack up. So pay attention to your party members' equipment. It can be useful for you or your main teammates. There are a multitude of augments that you can craft early that will make your life way easier through the game. Remember when I said Suids were your best friends, that with the drops from that monster you could create some very helpful augments? Let's see. So, Suids have 3 drops that are very, very, very useful. So let's go to weapon augments, status augments, melee attack up. Melee attack up 5 requires 2 muscle Suid bulls. This is from the head, the head from the Suid. The head will give you muscle Suid bulls, and this and with this you can craft melee attack up 5. Boosts melee attack by 30. At the point you can craft this is very, very useful. The only thing is lion bone board. This is a resource from a field, a data probe site, and I think the earliest one is in Oblivia. I think actually the 301, 302, you can get lion bone board. I will see, because that resource is useful for more than one augments. So this, yeah, site 301, lion bone board, as I said, known. There are more in Oblivia that drop that. Or they're in Primor, or is there then in Sylvalum? Oh, there's another one. I don't think there's any of the Primordia ones will give you that resource. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, no, this one gives you lion bone board. So you will need to get these sites. You could get this one, the 115, and this one in Oblivia, the 301, to get some lion bot boards, so you can craft the melee attack up 5. Not only that, again, weapon augments, status augments, ranged attack up. Ranged attack up. Again, the lion board and appetizing Suid tail. As the name implies, this is a drop from the tail, again from the Suids. Boosts ranged attack by 30. Again, this is a great boost for your ranged attack. You can create ranged accuracy XX with appetize Suid tail and melee attack accuracy up XX with the muscle Suid bolts. Again, all from the Suid. Without leaving the Suid, I told you the Suid is your best friend. Let's go to Skell weapons, status augments. Spec up ranged attack 5. Again, appetizing Suid tails. You can use the Suid to craft this augment for your Skell to increase your ranged attack by 25. You can do the same for the melee attack. Again, muscle Suid bolts. It's only that you don't use melee attacks on my Skells, so I never craft this, but this is the way to go. The same thing for melee and ranged accuracy. You can craft with the XX version with the Suid materials. It's only that the data resource is marine reptile this time. And for ranged attack up 5, it's marine. Oh, it's the lion one. I thought it was the marine reptile. Again, the augments level 5, you can craft the status one from only from the Suid, which is very helpful. Another very useful augment that you can craft from the Suid. Let's go to armor augments, status augments, potential up 5. This is a drop from the body, the Fluency 4. It increases potential by 12. It may not be a lot, but potential has a crazy scaling with TP arts. So it is a way to once again increase your damage, and once again from Suids. Again, Suids is your best friend. They can increase your damage, melee, ranged, your melee and ranged Skell attack, your potential attack. It's insane. After this, you can craft in armor augments. This is not from the Suid, but you can craft the treasure sensor 5. It's not very hard to craft, and it boasts hit and drop rate by 5%. If you already have the candidate and credit arms manufacturer at rank 5, you can buy gear with the treasure sensor. If not, this is your best chance. They're not very hard. They're only 100 maranium, and they're useful. I may do some little videos about how exactly you craft those augments, but I'll think about that. That may be for another video. But this is, I'm only telling you which augments you can craft. You can't craft. Is it in status augment? Max TP up. They're cheap and easy to come by. Again, fancy for the material from the Suid. It boosts maximum TP by 3000. That's a lot, guys. And again, Suid is your best friend. Another thing that you can create Skell augments. You can create melee attack up drive with the this one you actually need materials from the Simius. I didn't know that because, like I said, I don't use melee attacks on my Skell, so I didn't know you needed a second material. But for ranged attack drive, you need a appendicices with tail and dual boards. It's from it's from mechanoids. Seriously. Oh yeah, I had so many that I didn't even pay attention. But again, it's from the appendicices with tail. Again, Suids are your best friend. You note weapon. You can craft overdrive count up. They're not very hard. The XX is a little bit harder because of the maple oil, but the overdrive count 5 are easy to get, and which means is once you activate overdrive, in this case you will start with your counter at 5, no, at 6, because in this version once you activate overdrive you automatically get 1 point in your counter, so this one will add 5. Now for Skell frames, once you get your Skell, if you go to the shop, I think one of the best equipment that you can buy are thermal gear. You can go with the G-Buster, that is very known. The G-Buster is a very strong weapon. I know that. I used that Skell weapon the first time I played this game, but then I discovered the M missiles and I went for the missiles. But once I get the Skell, I go to the shop and I buy the thermal equipment. I'll show you right after this the equipment that I buy. But why am I talking about this? Because we can come here, attack augments, and we can craft attribute damage term, both Skell thermal damage by a percentage. We can craft the thermal damage 5. It's not hard. The reinforced plunger is easy to get. The black mythic Caius lever, it's easy to get. It's only that the drop rate is kind of low, so it may take a little bit. But each attribute damage term 5 boosts your thermal damage by 18%. So it will, if your Skell only has thermal Skell gear, Skell weapons, as you can see, you can have true, so that will be 36%. In heavy Skells and medium Skells, if you get a light Skells have 3 slots in the frame, so you can have 3 of those augments. But I would prefer to talk about Skells. You know what? I'll add a new tip that I hadn't thought about, and that will be the equipment for a level 30 Skell. The other augment that you can craft is this one. Once you get the flight module, you can be above your enemies, and you can easily craft position damage above XX. Boosts Skell damage by 50% when attacking from above. This is very easy to craft. You need 2000 Maranium, but the supply ladder is very easy to come by. Marine Rutile, at the point where you have the flight module, you should have already a lot. Those are the resources from the data probe sites. So those are some very early augments that will help you raise your damage. So, following the tips about the early augments, I talked about a simple thermal build for a Skell once you reach level 30. That's what I do. I'm not saying that this is the best gear or the best build you can go for, but it's the one I use. That I use it on the playthrough I've done for the Definitive Edition. Is different from what I usually done before. Before I would always buy the Varus and I will work from here. But this time I bought the Enthusiast, and I'll buy one so I can show you exactly what I've done. Buy and assign. So why the Enthusiast? Let's go to the menu, Skell gear. If we go to Skell armor, as you can see, every piece of armor has attribute damage term 5. That's the reason. Plus, again, I crafted the augment, attribute damage term 5, so I will put it here. So plus 36% on thermal damage. As for Skell weapons, I get them from the shop. And the weapons I get is, for sidearms, again, I'll buy exactly the same thing as I buy once I craft my... once I create my Skell, once I reach level 30. Fire gun, it increases my ranged attack. So this is level 20, this is level 30 now. Fire gun, again, it's thermal. For back weapons, I buy grenades. is the grenade? Yeah, for the right shoulder there's more weapons, but I want the grenade. I buy a phoenix. That's very useful. I don't buy it again because I won't equip it, but on this Skell, because this is only when I farm for the AoE. If not, I will use the grenades. For shoulder weapons, I get the missiles from Sakuraba. The 100 version Sakuraba. Again, it's thermal. All of this is thermal, so it will increase my damage. For arm weapons, well, the shields are good because you can go for a shield, grants ranged attack up, and this one grants ranged accuracy up. So the 131 SA, the 134 SA, they're very good. Or that's what I usually do. I buy needle guns, but the shields are very good too, maybe even better. But I usually buy the needle guns to increase my ranged attack. And for the last one, I buy Cracker BM. It's a thermal grenade. Again, thermal. Everything is thermal. So everything got increased by the thermal up. And if I go to my Skell now, I have fire guns, grenades, plus the phoenix for back weapons. For shoulders, I have Sakuraba and missiles. For for the arms, I have needle guns or the shields, like I said. And for the spare weapon, I have Cracker BM. Again, this is not the best build you can get at level 30. But I like this to farm. Again, and missiles. The grenades are only this is more for single target, and because it has it increases my range of attack. If not, I will go for the phoenix. Oh, I already sold the one I have for the level 30. For AoE, I use the phoenix, and this is the build I create once I get to level 30 and I can get a Skell. So guys, I told you about the augments, but to use augments you need equipment that has slots. But you can have them drop. You can got lucky and have drops for that. Or after you beat chapter 5, there will be a new mission here. Hey, near the terminals. You need to get a survey rate of 30% in Oblivia to conclude that mission, and is extremely useful because once you get that mission done, you unlock the L shop and you can add slots to your gear. I need something. As you see, this one costs 30k Marenu, but this is an endgame weapon. Let me show you. At that point, you may be, let's say, level 20, 30 if you're like me that you farmed a lot, you're already level 50. But the thing is, I'll take out all my gear. Because I want you to see how much attack I have. Let me buy something around that level from the shop so we can make a comparison about what I'm about to talk about. So let's say level 30. There's one that has melee attack up 4. Let's purchase and equip. So again, let's see my stats. Ground gear. So with this I have 188 melee attack, but I don't have a slot. Let's see how much it costs to add a slot to this. This is a secret for early power, and it really makes a difference. So equipped Skell gear. This is a level 30. It costs 15k. That's a lot. Let's go for long swords. That is the same thing that we are using. Let's see a level 10 one. This is still 5k. But guys, once you start the game, you find some gear. For example, an iron knife, a level 1. Or once you gain control over your character, you will be around this site, 1012, Shadow Rise, and then there's the Suids, those low level Suids. Again, the Suids. But not only, the thing about the Suids is that they are around level 1 and level 2. Or if you are at night, there will be those insects, but that I usually don't fight because I don't like fighting them. They will attack me on sight, so I usually change the time for the day so I can fight the Suids. And again, level 1. If we continue this path, there will be level 2 and level 3 Suid. Why am I talking about the Suids? Because you can have the Suids drop weapons, and they will be at level 1. And the thing about level 1 weapons, they're, in terms of damage, they're very, very weak.
Hey.
But the thing about them, own items, melee weapons, I don't think I have any of those really, really low level weapons. Yeah, I sold them all. This again, 5k. But if I go to that knife that I got before, or maybe the assault rifle. Wait, maybe I have the assault rifle that we get at the beginning too. Let's see. Oh, I have level 1. But there's a... Can I add upgrades to this one? No, this one I can't, so I need to go to ground gear. Let's see, do I have I have this one, I think this one, or these dual guns. That's something that you gain at the very beginning of the game. Again, they are level 1 weapons. They don't increase anything in terms of power. They're very, very weak. But they have a secret, guys. They only cost 500 Myranium to open a slot. So, if I open a slot, the 6 slots in these 2 weapons, I only need 3000 Myranium. And with 3000 Myranium, I have 6 slots to add augments. Let's say I want to go for a ground build. So, if I craft the melee attack up 5 that I told you about before, remember, how much do I have? I have 169 attack. That's the attack I have right now. And that's because of my level. I'm level 99. At level 20 or something, your attack will be much lower. But the thing about that is, let me add melee attack up 5s. 208. $247. 286. And I can add the same thing to my ranged weapon. 325. 364. 403 attack with level 1 weapons. Guys, I found this the last month when I played the game. If you fight Suids, you'll get almost level 1 weapons. So if you have another class like duelist for dual swords, go fight the Suids, get some level 1 weapons. Once you after you beat chapter 5, do the mission to unlock L shop, go get your level 1 weapons and open slots. They only cost 500. And you saw I more than doubled my melee attack. Melee attack up 5s are very easy to craft. The same thing with ranged attack up. You can do this for a ranged attack. As you see, it's the same thing. You just choose your build. This is a secret to early power, because you can easily open 3 slots in the weapons and is stronger than the level 10 or level 20 weapon that we can get from the shop at that same time. This is my secret to increase my power during my playthrough. I've done this on the playthrough I've done for the definitive edition. Go look at my playthrough, you'll see that. So the next tip is about exploration, and there's 4 points that I want to touch in this category. So because they're all related to exploration, I'll tell about all of them in this tip. First of all, you know that some of the monsters have an ability to detect you. For example, the Grex over there has the ability to track you visually. There are some that may be able to track you with sound, or the 2 of them at the same time. So what's this? What does this mean? Elma, or not Elma, Full Metal Jaguar has a very good art that will help with exploration. You can acquire it at the rank 6 of Commando, and that's Shadowrunner. A little bit further, once you go for Winged Viper, you acquire the Blood Sacrifice that will help you gain TP, because you need TP to activate Shadowrunner. If we see the description, it has both potential from behind, both damage for exploration. This is not important. Which is important is disables enemy detection. What that means is, guys, you will become like a ghost or invisible. Let's just say you kind of become invisible to enemies. You can use the Blood Sacrifice, like I said before, to gain TP. One thing about the Blood Sacrifice, you need to wait for the animation to finish, like when that kind of mist goes down. If you cancel before that, you won't gain the TP. I did that mistake before through the game. So once you activate Shadowrunner, you target an enemy, activate Shadowrunner, and then press B to go out. You see that aura around Elma? Now you are invisible. You can pass through nearby enemies, they won't target you. Just pay attention to how long the art is available, or for how long it lasts. At level 5 it has 28 seconds, and once you activate it one time, it will recharge, as you saw. Is in cooling down, and once it's charged, it goes for the secondary cooldown, even if you don't enter a fight. So the secondary cooldown adds 20 seconds. So if you activate the Shadowrunner on secondary cooldown, you will have 48 seconds to run around without being noticed, which is very, very good. Another thing, especially about the enemies that track you visually, if you're exploring, do that at night, starting at 19 o'clock. The range at which the enemies can detect you reduces, so if you want to explore, especially at low level, do it at night. Another thing that will help you is that there are two augments that you can craft for your armor. I think it's for the armor. That can help you. That is audio and visual cloaking. As the name suggests, it reduces the ability for the enemies to see you or hear you. If we came to armor augments, no, it shouldn't be an anticlimactic. Visual cloaking reduces detection by shrinking enemies' field of view by a percentage. They're not very hard, even the XX version, and as you see, reduces detection by shrinking enemy field of view by 40%. And the materials aren't that hard, and same for aural cloaking, reduces detection by shrinking enemy auditory range of by a percentage. This is useful. It's not mandatory. With Shadowrunner, and especially once you get blood sacrifice, you can do that. You can explore as much as you want. If you see my playthrough of the game, near the beginning, there's the episodes where I search at every corner. I explored the 5 continents at low level, and I use it Shadowrunner so much. Not only can you see where I went, how did I got all the probe sites that were available that I could get at that moment. From where I went and things like that, you will see how useful those arts are. The last point that I want to show you is the following. I won't say this is a bug, but because the way the world is constructed in a game, there's polygons. There are places where you can climb on foot that I don't think you were supposed to, like over here where I am. I'm near. I'm north of FN site 103. This is in Primordia. There's a ganglion fortress here. I show this in the playthrough. As you can see, in these places where kind of the polygons merge, you see, there's kind of a right angle. There are places like this where you can actually run. I don't think you are supposed to be able to get in here by foot from this place, but as you can see, you can climb up here. There are other places on the game where you can do this. For example, you can come from this way early in the game, after chapter 3, to get the seaside point that's right over here. Once you reach here, you gain the seaside point. This is very useful to get to some places that you shouldn't be able to get as early. So guys, I hope this helps. So guys, this tip, how to get instant resets on the cooldowns of your arts. There is actually 2 ways to do this, and this is very useful. As I spoke before in the exploration, where Ghost Runner is very useful, but you can get a time, oh, I don't have TP. Oh, my blood sacrifice is in cooldown. How do I gain TP? So this is for that point. For one of the points I need a party member to help me, but let's get Hope, because she gives us hope. Okay, so I target the monster, I use blood sacrifice. But now I want more TP. I need to wait for the cooldown. What can I do? Well, I go to active members, I switch control to Hope, go out of the menu, wait for the active party members to be available, go there once again, get my character, and all my arts are come off cooldown and I can reactivate blood sacrifice. Now quick, let me show you. Go out. You switch it to hope. Now I go back again. I change to my character once again, and the art is in cooldown.
My mind is
out of cooldown.
This is my chance.
This is useful for another thing. That I may add. I should have added this in exploration, but it's connected to the way that resetting the cooldown works. Is, for example, when you are in Oblivion or in Caldor, that's the places that happens the most. There may be weather that's hurting you, and let's say you want to reach a new data site to be able to fast travel from there. And your HP is almost gone because of the weather. If you do the trick that I just did to reset the cooldown of the arts, it will reset your HP too. Meaning, once you change character, you feel your HP. I actually had used that trick in Oblivion and in Caldor while exploring, while I was swimming. See the playthrough, the episodes where I explored the continents. Because I swam a lot to get some data probe sites without danger. Now, so the next point, the next way to reset your cooldowns is even faster, but you need to be in range of teleport, a fast travel point. It doesn't matter which, you just need a fast travel. So you just arrived here. You arrived here. So let me. Oh, I want TP. I use my blood sacrifice now. Is it cooldown? Just fast travel, and it's done. Your arts are out of cooldown, as you see. Instant reset. I'm telling you guys, I only tried this, the fast travel, look, what? A few hours ago, maybe 20 or 30 hours ago, when I was farming weapons, because it really didn't pass it to my mind to try and fast travel, and it's very useful. Those two methods to quickly reset your cooldowns will be very useful while exploring Mira, especially in conjunction to Blood Sacrifice and Ghost Runner. So, this is the tip. Now, a very quick tip. Contrary to the original game in the Wii U, you can collect the field resources while you are fighting.
Open fire and don't let up.
As you can see, these may be useful if you are going for, if you are trying to get the collectibles, but you are being attacked by a monster. You can still collect the field resources. This wasn't possible in the original Wii U version. And this is a great change, so don't forget about this. So guys, let's say you are working your Collectopedia to get the different field resources that you are available, but you are low level and you are getting attacked by monsters. You can do this on foot, but it's way easier if you already get a Skell. It doesn't matter if it's the one that the game give you, that level 20 that is weak, it doesn't matter. But just in case you don't know, each continent has another section apart from the Earth, let's say. In the ocean, there are collectibles too, and there aren't no monsters. there are multiple sections, as you can see. If I go to the map, right now I'm on NLA waters. Different continents have different kind of zones of the collectibles. I think I have the links for some images with the collectibles locations. I'm not sure. I need to see, but if I have them, I'll let the link in the description. And not only the water, but if you are in the NLA, for example, NLA waters, there are collectibles in the sky too. I think I saw one, but those ones are harder to see. As you see, in the air. This doesn't happen in the land, only in the water. And you can start farming. You don't need to reset anything. The collectibles will appear. You can't get all the collectibles here. For example, there are collectibles that you can only get in caves, and those can only be gotten in caves. But I would say the majority of the collectibles you can get it on the water, near the continents. So that's a pretty useful tip. Now I want to show you two treasures that are very useful. One for the whole game, and another one it may be useful if you use a reflect build. First of all, I'm here in Noctilum on the old dragon tail tree. You spawn right here. And we'll go up this trunk. I don't know. We came here, and there will be a treasure right behind this one. I already got it, that's why it disappeared, but this is a treasure. And this one will give you a headgear that has treasure sensor 5. This one, Urbane Bunny Whiskers. Treasure sensor boasts eat and drop rate by 5%. Eat and drop rate and drop rarity. So each point in treasure sensory is 1%. The maximum you can have is 100%. As you should think. But that's important. All my party members are dressed in equipment that has drops treasure sensor because of that. The second treasure that is very useful is one that I think a lot of people don't even know that exists. And that's a treasure that gives you the augment Reflect Ether. The reason why I say that I think a lot of people don't know it exists, it's because each time I hear someone talking about that, about the reflect builds, they say that reflect gravity, you can have some equipment drop with that perk, or you need to beat Farsis in Sylvalum, right over here, for the augment to drop, and Reflect Ether, the augment you get it from Teletia. They don't know you can actually get one. This is a tyrant over here. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I should be able to beat it. Yeah, again, launch. I hate those guys.
Launching missile! Melee attack! Start off strong! Launching missile!
Yeah, I think he kind of resists my elements.
Burn!
This is my all-purpose build Skell.
This is your chance to get up close in person. Don't relax yet.
I don't have.
Don't relax
Not
yet.
even one cockpit mode. Seriously?
Wings flank will destroy you.
Yeah, you're about to be beaten.
Launching missile. Launching. Did that work? Then move in and strike.
Okay. That took a little bit of time. So, the thing is, you need to beat this tyrant. Once you beat that tyrant, you'll find this teleport over here. Interact with the teleport, and we will be teleported to a platform in the sky. This one you can't enter any other way. The only way to get here is from that teleport over there that we just used it. And we go around, and this treasure over here will give you the augment Extend Overdrive X and Reflect Ether. I never paid attention with the Reflect Ether. I'll come here to get the Extend Overdrive X. I never paid attention to the Reflect Ether. I have a lot of Reflect here. Reflect Ether. This is the one. I never paid attention to this. And I should have the Extend Overdrive somewhere around here. Here, Extend Overdrive. I always came to this treasure to get this augment. I never paid attention to that Ether one. I didn't even knew it was there until I played the game last month, before the definitive edition came out, when I noticed that augment was there too. So, as you should know, once you have your Skell, if you are outside your Skell, it doesn't matter the location, it doesn't matter the distance. You can always come to the menu, party, return to the Skell, and you will return to your Skell. The thing is, when you return to your Skell, everything is resetted. If you defeated monsters, they will come back. The collectibles around the map will come back. And another thing, let's say there's actually, I know that there's a mission in the mission control that you get that asks you to fight, I think it's a tyrant, and that tyrant only appears when it's raining. And if I'm not mistaken, is exactly in this island around here where I am right now. But you have a problem, it's not raining. And don't do the same thing I did when I first played the game. That I said to me, well, I will wait for it to be raining and then I'll come here. And I was in another place in Primordia and it was raining, and oh, I'll go fight the tyrant then. So I fast traveled to Beast's Lair, where I came. And when I arrived here, it wasn't raining. So what does that mean? Each time you fast travel, the weather can change. But you can do the same thing with your Skell. For example, right now it's raining, but I don't want rain. I return to my Skell. And the weather may change or may not. For example, now it's not raining. Let's go try Oblivia. For example, we want the storm, the storm that damages you. We can do the same thing, or the inverse. So, oh, this is not the storm. There's the storm, I don't want the storm. For example, right now, I'm receiving damage. So, again, return to my Skell, and the weather changes. This is very useful. Again, not only for weather, as you see, the weather changed, but for monster, if you are farming a monster, place the Skell nearby. That will be very helpful to you. Contrary to the field resources and materials that the game automatically sell the excessive materials and the field resources you have, I don't think that happens to weapons, melee and ranged. Inventory actually has a limit, but it's so big that you may not know. If you come to the inventory, you can see that you can have 999 melee weapons, same as ranged weapons. So that's why the limit is so big. You can have so much weapons that you may not even notice that there's a limit. And in the case of weapons, I don't know if the game will auto sell the weapons. That may be bad for you if you are farming, so pay attention to the quantity of weapons you have, just in case. Now, this is something that I complained while I was playing the game. If you see my playthrough, you will hear me complaining about this, the filter function of the game, because in the original game you could filter your equipment. For example, we're speaking about melee weapons. I could say the game, show me only long swords or only dual swords. And when we came to the ground gear, we can filter, but we have favorite weapons, power rating, things, multiple options. Well, but yeah, I only want great long swords. I only want shields. I only want javelins. I don't have that option. And I said, damn, we had that options before. But I think, well, they took that out, but they give us the option to favorite weapons, so we can came and have the our favorites at the beginning. On I think it was episode or 69 or 70. I think it was 69. It was one of the last episodes, maybe 68 or 68 to 70. I discovered that that option actually is in the game, but it was by pure luck that I found it. Once we press here, I never paid attention to the arrows. As you see on the menu up there, you have arrows, left and right. If you press right, you have more options. And once you get here, you can choose what you want. Only weapons. You can filter for the attribute, status effects, skill effects, attributes, resistance, weapon mods. There's so many options. And the thing is, I thought that this was only the icon for filter, and the only filter options we had was this ones. Maybe I was the dumb one. I actually felt dumb when I found that. I cried on the video, so you can see on the playthrough if you follow it. But I don't know how long I complained for this, how many times that, and we have so many options, guys. Look at this. We have way more options that we had in the original game. And seriously, if you're not paying attention, you just saw that rectangle selected, even that there's the arrows there, you may not have the reflexes to press right or left to see that there's more options. Yeah, this may be simple. I hope that this helps someone, or maybe everyone knew except me. But really, guys, I felt extremely dumb when I found this. I hope that this helped anyone. At least I hope that someone, at least one person, didn't notice this. So, to rank up your classes, you need class experience. You get that from fighting monsters. If they are at your level, and I think one level lower and one level higher, you get the maximum base. I think it's 10 or 12 usually. But if they are lower level, you start to gaining reduced class experience. If they're higher level, you gain bonus class experience. But let's just say, that's why I said the base. To get the base maximum, you need to fight monsters of your level. Now, if you want to farm class experience and even levels, for lower level, for around let's just say level 30, once you get your Skell, you buy a Phoenix, you construct a thermal damage up augments. I'll talk about augment. I talk about augments in another tip. You use that augment to increase your thermal damage. That's the Phoenix Skell weapon damage, and it will be very useful to farm the Banshee Cave. From here you can quickly level up to level 50, and you will gain a lot of class experience, because at that time you will be lower level. But even at the lowest level, even if you are at a little higher level than the monsters around here, as you see they are at level 54, you will still gain quite a bit of experience. And this is a great place to farm. This is the place I used to farm from level 30 to level 50. I know that some other people, if you search for level up guides, they will talk about a place here in Oblivia, around here. Yeah, it's in this path around that you see around here between those rocks. Around here exactly. I never tried this place, but I saw the videos. I think this one is a little bit safer. Even this tyrant over here is a Blata, and like I already told in the playthrough, if you saw it, size matters in this game. So the smaller the enemy is, the weaker it is, even if it is a tyrant. So once you reach here, just use your Phoenix, and there will be a lot of enemies killer. As I said, I don't have drop sensor, so I can't see the maximum enemy count. But there are quite a lot. I think you should be beating maybe 12, 13 enemies, if not even more. Again, this is for lower level. Because they are easy to beat. Let's try again and see around how many enemies you can beat. 2, 4, 6, 10. I'm not gaining class experience because all my classes are maxed out already. And you can get weapons while you are leveling up. So once you reach a higher level, you can get some new weapons right away. You get a lot of materials too. So now you are at a higher level. Like I said, this is where I am, the Banshee Cave. This is for lower level. For the higher level, the best place is on the Noctilum Site 206. This is common knowledge already for people that already played the game. They all know where I'm going and which enemy I'm facing. They are exactly the same enemies we just faced. They are Blatas, but their level is higher, and there's a level 90 Tyrant here. But again, is a Blata, is small, so you may need to do more attacks. You may not be able to beat it in one attack, but again, it's easy. Just come here and attack. And there's so many enemies here that your class will skyrocket. You will master your classes very quick. Especially the earlier you come here, the easier it will be to max your classes and to gain a lot of experience and weapons, because the level 90 Tyrant drops the highest level of weapons, of level 60 weapons. As you can see, the perks are 15. So this is very good for you to gain experience, basics, to get level experience, to gain class experience, to get weapons. Is very, very good. Again, let me show you who are in the north of Noctilum. Noctilum starts here, all the way north, inside 206, inside the big flower around here. And I think you need flight module to come here. I don't think it's possible, even while jumping around, to be able to reach there, so you can only use this place to farm once you get the flight module after chapter 9. So guys, you want to farm some materials from monsters, that's fine. But you should know that a lot of materials are tied to the appendices. Not tied, you can actually have them as you kill any monster, you can have any drop, but the drop rate will be extremely low if it's a drop that you can get from breaking a specific appendage. And this now comes to my Skell. There's a lot of Skell weapons, but one of the most useful, and this is the Skell weapon that I like the most in the game, is the M missiles. M missiles launch multiple missiles. At the beginning there's 8, but you can have the trait MSL Mag. Increases magazine capacity for Skell missiles armament by 10. Which means that this one, it launches 18 missiles. And the thing good about the M missiles is that it targets appendages. Even the ones you can't target while you are in Skell, the M missiles target those appendices. As you see, I have 2 of them. There are 3 M missiles. The Meredith, that's beam, that's the one I'm using. There's the Sakuraba, that are thermal. These ones, they target appendages too. But there's another one, I don't know if I have one on me right now. That from a grenade. Yes, this one's M missile from Granada don't target appendices. So, if you want the M missiles that target appendices, you need the thermal ones from Sakuraba or the beam ones from Meredith. Yeah. The M missiles from Meredith are always beam, and the M missiles from Sakuraba are always thermal. Sorry, I don't want that anyone may be a little confused about the elements. And they are shoulder weapons. I'm saying this because there's other weapons that call M-missile, but I don't think they're shoulder weapons. But you can see, you just see the description of the art. Deals thermal damage, grants chance to inflict blaze. Yeah, you can't. That actually doesn't says exactly what it do, but I'm showing you. SSM XX are one. There's 130, 150, and 160. The 160 is the highest version. The 130 is level 30. I don't know if I still have one. I have the level 30 version of the Sakuraba. This one you can buy. You can buy on the shop, and it comes with the MSL mag. The one it adds one missile. But you have 3 upgrades, so you can upgrade this to MSL Mark 4. So it will have 4 missiles, and I think then so you will shoot in total 10. To farm the level 30, the easiest way is here in Sylvalum, in the Hylial Meadow, or the fast travel site 409, and the enemy are at the entrance. That's the enemy, the Pugilist, Knight Pugilist. This will give you the level 30 version. For the level 50, we came here to Badar Bazin, north of the site 406. And here they are. The Guardian Pugilist. I think this one will give you the 100. No, there's actually 140. I think the basic ones you have from him is 140, and you can have the 150 version. I want to confirm that because I think I should have that. Yeah. This is the lowest of the level 50 version. Is the 140. Those enemies usually give you the 140, but you can gain the 150 version. If you want to guarantee the 150 version, you need to go to Cauldrus, and you need to complete the Definite Downfall quest chain. I've completed that chain in the playthrough I've done for the game. If you want to see, once you come here to the site 505, the Definite Downfall quest chain will end here. You'll gain access to this cave. There will be a barrier here, so unless you're completed the mission, there you can't enter because of the barrier. And there's more pugilists here. One here. There's two more here downstairs, down here, and there's a fourth one on this slope. There are 4 here. These guys will give you the 150 version, but if you are lucky, they can drop the 160 version. That's the one I have. But there's a way to guarantee the 160 versions of those weapons. But for that you need to be a little bit stronger. You came here to site 512. Again, this is in Cauldrus. Let me take my Skell because it's quicker. You came over here and there will be a Tyrant. Level 68. Enhanced attack Sidir. He has 2 weapons on his shoulders. 1, 2. Destroy those weapons. Usually what you get are the Arcannons. That's a back weapon. A beam one. This one. Back weapon. Arcannon. But it can drop the M missiles. Any of them. The ones from Granada, the ones from Sakuraba, and the ones from Meredith. And if they drop, they will be the highest version, the 160. This is extremely good to farm. If you want to farm enemies for parts, this is extremely cool. And if you have the MSL Max, this enemy over here, the experimental second gen Zig, let me attack.
Start off strong.
Drops the item you need to upgrade the MSL Max. You only need genuine shafts. You should need around 10 or 12 to maximize. So this is good to know. It's right over here. This is the item you get. And as you can see on the right, there's that yellow mark. That means that this is a drop from destroying an appendix. But this is a Tyrant. There's another monster a little bit easier. It's right over here in Wildcat Fortress. Is a Tyrant too, but is a lower level. But I don't like to fight this guy because it has a delay for him to appear. It will appear on this platform over here in front of me, and you need to wait.
How did they see
There it is. Enhance Searched Zig.
Burn! Did that work?
I don't like to fight him because of that delay. As you can see, I got the genuine shaft. My Skell is pretty strong. It killed it in no time. That's why I didn't get all the drops. But you get a drop from one of its arms, so you can get 2 or 3 if you get the normal drop. So hope that helps. Another weapon that is extremely good for Skeels is the Diskbomb. Is a sidearm, and if don't mistake yourself about the attack value, this is very strong. Especially, really, it's a world of difference. If you get a drop with MSL Mag, yeah, another Skell weapon with the MSL Mag. Why am I showing you this right now? I need to take this range attack right now. So, the best place to farm this weapon, in terms of the quantity of possible drops you can have, is right over here in site 512. You enter your Skell. You come to this platform. Don't start attacking right away. Exit your Skell and return to your Skell. So the Zigs won't spawn. Those are the robots that were in front of us. And there's our target. Just use Phoenix. Is Misadi Savage. Oh, right now I only got 3. The Misadi Savage is the enemy that can drop the M missiles. the disc bomb. Actually, I should be getting 5. I don't know what I didn't get. I didn't kill it 5. Did I attack too quick? Let me come over here. Back up a little bit and attack from here with the Phoenix. Oh, wait. I know why. Yeah, that's because of drops. I need treasure sensor for this. Let's just put some team members. All of my team members have treasure sensor armor. And now we should get drops from each enemy.
The Phoenix Wings melee attack. Start off strong.
Let's see.
So, you picked out today's
As you see,
menu?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know what I
From here you can have 5 Misadi Savage, which means 5 chances to have the drop of the disc bomb. But let's go to Skell here. If I now come to my Phoenix, forget this W range. You don't need a Phoenix with W range to get 5 to be able to kill 5 Misadi Savage at one time. But now if I came here and I add the custom W range XX that I crafted that boosts Skell ranged weapon range by 40 meters. Let me go out. Return to Skell. And with that augment on, I look at there and I can target a 6 Misagi Sauvage. So I'll be getting 6 chances to get it. Yeah, I missed one. I don't know why. So let's try again. And now I think I can move a little bit. I don't exactly know how the range works, because if let's just say it's a circumference around you. If I target him, I should have a circumference of that range around me, and that's not always the case.
Not yet.
One,
Depends if Tatsu can make it or not.
1,
If you
2,
know what I mean.
3, 4, 5, 6. Like this, you can kill 6 Misagi Sauvage at the same time, increasing your odds to get the drop of the disc bombs. But disc bombs is a rare drop, so guys, you may need to stay here for quite a bit of time. But this is the easiest way to get them, and they can drop the 250 GG version that has 776 attack, or they can drop the 260, this is the highest version, that has 906 attack. There may be a new way to kind of guarantee to drastically increase the odds of getting the 260 version, and this is using nail and our art that can that raises enemy levels and can increase the rarity of the treasure. I haven't tried this, but the art is this one. Heroic Tail raises enemy level plus sometimes raises treasure rank. But he's not here. He's in a cave. I need to try that. But I don't want to explain things that I didn't test, and I don't even know if they're 100% correct. So that's why I'm only mentioning this aspect and not showing you, because I haven't tested it myself. But in this place you can have the disc bombs. a great thing about this game is that field resources and materials from monsters have a limit of 99 that you can have in your inventory. But once you get those 99 and you get another one of those materials, the game automatically sells them. You don't need to do anything, you don't lose anything. The game automatically sells the excessive material or field resource. With that in mind, there's 2 caves in the game where you can farm for money. Taking in consideration that part of the game, those 2 caves have a lot of field resources, but that's done better with a Skell, at least for one of them. This one in Oblivia is right next to F-Site 317. You run, you jump down. If you have your Skell, you can park your Skell right outside the cave, so you can return to Skell to reset the field resources. You come here. This is not there. There's a second entrance inside the cave. If you came from here and you don't turn your camera, you don't see anything. But if you turn around, you see there's another entrance inside the cave. And as you can see, here there's a lot of collectibles. But you need to reset the game until you have 99 of the collectibles to start gaining money. But once you have the 99, you gain money really fast, actually. Again, this maybe we can say kind of early, not early game. You have access to the other one too. It's only that this one on foot, because of the size of your character, you need to run around for quite a bit to get everything. The second cave, and this is the most useful, especially if you have a Skell, is FN site 224. Let's see if I teleported to the correct one. Yes, I did. As you can see, there's a lot of materials, and this is done way better with your Skell. Just enter your Skell, do a little turn. Don't bother on collecting everything, because there will be some monsters that will come from the earth after a little bit. As you see, level 57. They only target you if you are on the Skell. As you see, if you are on foot, they won't target you. But if you are on your Skell, they will target you. So if you're doing this when you are low level, they will attack you, so pay attention. So just do a quick turn, exit your Skell, return to your Skell, so the materials reset. Again, do a quick tour. Don't bother catching everything unless you can kill those insects really quick. And even a turn quick like this, as you see, you get a lot of materials. You do this a few times and you start to have 99 of some of the materials, and the money will start to come in. And once you have 99 of everything, you can be sure that you'll be getting a lot of money real quick. So this is a tip for very little setups in your FrontierNav that make it so you win a lot of credits, and very easily. First of all, near the beginning of the game, because they are easy to unlock. As you can see here, there's an unexplored territory, another one, and this one has 2. And here there's 1. So what you can do, you can come here, you put a duplicator probe. Now I'm changing. And you put your research probes here, and here. As you can see, my revenue jumped 50k. Not 50, 35, 30, 40k. What's happened? Duplicator probe, it duplicates the probes that is connected to. This site has one in Explorer territory, this one has one in Explorer territory, but this one has two. So this is a little setup you can do. You can put a research probe here, but once you get a duplicator probe, you can place it here. You place research probes on each site, in here and here, and you start to gain quite a little bit of money. This is the simplest and the earliest one you can get. You can place the duplicator probe here. Let me show you what I'm saying. This is another thing. I don't know if I think it's a little bit worse, but the difference may not be that higher. Actually, I'm winning more now. I don't know why. That's strange. This is the duplicator probe. Yeah, and you come here and you can put one booster. So the duplicator probe gains the effect of the booster, so he's boosting the two research probes, and is being transformed in two research probes by itself that are being boosted by the booster probe. So yeah, this is a little setup that will help you gain quite a bit of money, but this, like I said, is early game. Noctilum for me is the place where I place my storage probes, as you saw before. Oh, I know why my money went went up so much. It's because it was in range of a second duplicator probe. As you can see, I'm winning 177k. Yeah, I have 3 ones here. Well, I'm giving a little bit of credits, but not that much. I have a 6th one here, but the majority of my credits are being from Oblivia. This is maybe the best place to win money. In this in site 305, you put a duplicator probe. Usually you put 3 research probe G6 around it, and booster G2. Here I exchanged the 6 for a 5 because I had 3 of them, and this actually makes you win a little bit more money. It's not that much. You can still put a 6 here, but if you put the 3 5s here, you win a little bit more money. And because you have a 6th here, you can maybe put a duplicator probe here. As you see, you win a little bit more money actually. And I don't need that, but you can put a duplicator probe and then put a booster here, and as you see, with this little change here, I almost increased my revenue by 20k. But like I said, I don't need that. So I'll put exactly the same way as before. Again, let me show you the setup. The most important is this little bit around here. I'll slide this slowly so you can see. And with this little setup, these 3 ones and this 5 and this 6, I'm gaining 177k, which is a lot for so little probes posted, and the rest of my probes are Maranium that I can't change now because after getting all the treasure in all the maps, I now have a multitude of high level mining probes, as you can see, G9 and G8, and I can increase my mining total from 61k to maybe around 70k, which will be a lot. So guys, you reached level 60 and you want to start upgrading your equipment. I'm not talking about weapons right now, I'm talking about armor. And there's something you need to know about armor. First of all, you have Skell wear. Skell wear are equipment that gives perks that affect your Skell. For example, this one, it increases my Skell HP by 40%. So, Skell wear, we put it on the side. Then you have light wear, heavy wear, medium wear, and there's blade wear. I don't think I have any blade wear on me. I have. Blade wear isn't bad either. Let's just say that is the lowest level 60 gear. It has 10 upgrades, that is excellent. It's tied to the light equipment. But the thing is, if you see the perks are 12, melee attack up 12. And if we go see the this one is I already upgraded. The light wear has his perks at 14, so it's higher. If you want to maximize your stats, you want light wear. In this case, Ultra Infinite Guard. There are multiple differences, but I think the best ones in terms of armor are Ultra Infinite, Infinity, but I don't know the names. But you want light wear because it has 10 upgrades, and because it has 10 upgrades and it starts at 14, for example, I'm able to maximize one perk, melee attack up XX, and I still have some upgrades that in this case I put on the max TP up. But you can maximize one perk. If we'll go see medium wear, it only has 8 upgrades, and heavy wear is even worse, it only has 6. That's why the best equipment is light. Not blade wear. Like I said, the blade wear is like if we will give tiers to that equipment, blade wear will be tier 4, heavy wear will be tier 3, medium wear will be tier 2, and light wear will be tier 1. But the thing is, for getting the light wear, the light equipment, you need to beat some tyrants, some strong ones, level 60 plus, level 70 plus. And your build may not be strong enough to beat those tyrants. I'll let a link on the description from Anno, where it shows where those tyrants are and what kind of drops you can get from them. But right now, I want to show you that you can get where you can get blade and everywhere. That's kind of the entry level for level 60 gear that are easy to get. I'm on Silvalum, on West Seal Sunsea, as you can see, kind of in the middle of the map for the left. I have I've shown this on an episode on the playthrough. If you see the names, it's very easy to see. It's episode number 60. If you want to see a little more information, you can see. And here you have this cave. And these level 64 enemies, Divine Lysaor and another ones that you need to go a little bit lower to spawn, and Kanimura, they drop blade and heavy gear. So they're very easy to beat. You can use your Phoenix.
Phoenix Wings Flames will destroy you.
And you don't need too much power to be able to beat them with the Phoenix. So that's why I said that they are kind of easy to sell. I didn't have much drops because my character doesn't have anything with the drop sensor, and I don't have my teammates. It's the same thing that will happen on another tip with the Diskbombs and M missiles. So see those tips. I'll show that you can have more drops when you have drop sensor. But as you can see, this is Bladeware 12. You can get weapons too. So this is a place where you can get some entry level gear, which will be very helpful to increase your power. I'm putting some team members so I can show you the better drops, because this won't be a tip if I can't show you what you can get. And I always like to show exactly what you can get. I want to be sure of what I'm talking to you. And now we got a lot of things. This time we actually got a lot of weapons. They're level 60. There's tiers about level 60 weapons, but unfortunately, my knowledge, I know that there are tiers, but I don't know exactly how to identify them. So I don't want to give you false information. So to see the different tiers, pay attention to the value of the perks. That way, I think the maximums for the best ones are 15. This one, as you can see, is 13. And the better ones, I think it's 15. So you can identify them for that. Let's put the weapons on the side. So Bladeware, 10 upgrades. Again, the value of the perks are 12. Let's see if we got some heavyware. Another Bladeware. Oh, Reflect Physical. That's not bad. Bladeware. I didn't got a chance to have drop some heavyware. Apparently not. I only got Bladeware.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for
but
me.
you can. Oh, maybe are those guys. They're not that hard to beat.
Change things up. Use a buff. Is that it? We got him. Let's move.
Another weapon. As you see, this weapon is already of a higher tier. The perks are 15. Oh, this one gives me Skell wear. Actually, I'll guard this one. Ranged attack drive and ranged accuracy drive.
Give me some cover fire.
It's the same thing for this one and for those two little ones over there. But you need to pay attention to the middle one. That's a high level tyrant. This one is a high level tyrant, level 75.
Lay down some fire.
Leave this to me.
Shadow strike. Rising flame.
I'll settle this.
Nice hit. I'm down. Let's see another. You don't see this every day.
Now, melee attacks. Offensive stance.
Thanks. I'll make
Let's
it hurt.
beat him.
Did that work?
Yeah, with offensive stance, it's very different.
Problem solved.
Once I put up my aura, that really made a difference. I think it's Skellware, yeah. Those guys give Skellware. Assault rifle. And I thought it was those guys that will drop heavy wear, but maybe you can only get the blade wear around here.
That work?
Furious shadow strike.
Is that it?
We got him. Let's move.
Ah, those guys drop heavy wear, and the little birds on the middle of the lake drop the blade wear. So, like I said, this is some entry level level 60 gear. You can use those guys, those birds on the here and on the other side, and the little birds that are flying on the middle to get some quick equipment once you reach level 60. Like I said, they're not hard to beat, and that will be a very good upgrade. And that may help you be strong enough to beat the tyrants that you need to beat to get the light wear. Now that you have level 60 ground gear to start, you need some weapons. And that's what we'll see right now. I'm in Silvalum, in Site 411. You need the flight module to this, and you need to be not much, but you need to have a little bit of strength in your Skell to do this. You can't do this on foot, unfortunately. So let's go in this giant bulb in the middle of the sky. There's an entry. As you can see, there's water falling down. Don't go after the dragon, that's Farce, he's one of the super bosses. He's level 97, you need to be prepared to face it. But this little Visigels around, you can quite easily beat them. They only drop.
Now move in and shut him down.
Yeah, I need my team to show. They only drop ground gear, not ground gear. They only drop weapons and level 60 weapons. That's what you want. They can drop the highest tier of the level 60 weapons, but that's not guaranteed. Let's try again now that I have treasure sensory.
Launching missiles! Melee attack! Start off strong!
I think this is one of the highest here, because the perks are 15. As you can see, you can easily get weapons. They're not that hard. Just pay attention to not aggro Farces. There's another place to get it. It can be easier or harder, depends on your build, on your Skell, or for this one you can go for a ground build. Let's go to Beast Lair in Primordia. Let's go into the cave. I'll stop right over here because our enemy will spawn right in front of us. And I kind of want some TP before, but yeah, I'll go with my Skell. It may take a little bit longer because my Skell is not ready for this, but that's fine to show. For this, let's change it must be day. The enemy only spawns during the day, not during the night. So early morning, and it's a level 70 Sphinx.
Burn! Melee. Start off strong. Now,
Yeah.
my turn.
My Skell isn't really prepared for this, and I will beat it way quicker with my ground
This
my
is your
ground
chance.
build,
Get up close,
my ground
personal.
build, but I don't have TP and I didn't want to go get it. As you see, level 15 is a Ultra Nebulan. I think Nebulan is the highest tier, and it's an ether weapon. Not that bad. There's another Sphinx in Oblivion, but he has a kind of a reflect aura. This is kind of a mechanic. You need to be prepared for that, or you will be one-shotted once you started to attack it. I don't exactly know what that mechanic actually is, but this one is not that hard. If you have Skells on your team, or if you have the Ares Knighted for starters, you can easily beat them. Well, if I increase the number of the Slayer Teroids on my Skell, that will be easier for starters. And I'm not even using my gear for increasing my Skell damage. I'm using the one that I have for my ground build. So this is how you get weapons. Well, everyone, I hope that those tips are helpful. I know that the video is a bit longer than I was expecting actually, but I wanted to explain a little bit what I wanted with each tip, how or why is it important. That's why the video on itself became a little bit longer. But like I said in the beginning, there will be timestamps on the description, so you can exactly see which tips I have on the video, so you can jump and actually see what you want to see. Again, please let me know in the comments if you like it, if it was helpful. I hope it helps everyone. Guys, bye, Zers out.